Previously on the Bold and the Belly Coupled. Oh my god, I play too much. Huda whispers her apology to Jeremiah. She finally gave her she finally gave her goodbye, and y'all, Megan Thee Stallion pulled up to the villa. The girls started twerking. And then we get two new bombshells, TJ and Angelina. They enter the villa and they're about to ruin some relationships. This is giving chaos, closure, and a whole lot of mess. Now let's get into the hot mess of this episode.
Kay Unscripted, no teeth restricted. In this journey, watch our stories unfold.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. This is your girl Kay and this is Kay Unscripted, and today we're going to be getting into Love Island season 7 episode 15. Whew, it's going by quickly, y'all. Now this episode was so much fun. It was all about good vibes and laughter, and I enjoyed yet another episode of Love Island. Y'all, before we get into this recap, please do me a favor and go ahead and like this video if you haven't already. If you're here for the first time, hey, and hello to all of my subscribers. Thank you all for all of the support so far. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Share this channel with a friend, and let's get into this recap. We pick up right where the chaos left up. Huda is still in her feelings after Jeremiah picked Iris. And she should be happy that she got saved. So she's with Olandria and Taylor, and she's venting about how she's always ending up single, always being on the chopping block, and Jeremiah is always winning. Taylor tells her, look girl, you just need to separate from Jeremiah because we need peace, okay? It's been too much drama going on, and we're just afraid that y'all are going to get back together and it's going to be a screaming match. We don't have time for that. We just need some peace. Now, the fact that Huda is only focused on what Jeremiah is doing and she's not seeing herself is very telling. And I wish they would have just called her out and told her, look girl, like the way you're going about screaming and calling him all types of bitches and this and that, you shouldn't be doing that. She's saying, oh, Jeremiah knew what he was doing because from day one he had her and didn't want her to explore her connection with anybody else, but girl, so did you. And she still wants to go in on Jeremiah, and I just feel like Taylor and Olandria needed to be a little bit firm with her, a little bit more, because she was still laughing and thinking that it's a joke. It's not funny, because like I said in my last recap, if it was a man going around calling a female all types of bitches and calling her out of her name in every single conversation, we would have been having a different discussion. Now, I have already said what my opinion is of Jeremiah, but at this point, girl, what does Iris have to do with it? Why are you being mean to Iris? Iris is just in for the game too. She's coming in for her chance as well. So like they told her, let's keep it peaceful. You go your way, let him go his way, and you go and explore your connection, let him explore his connection. This is checking in on Shelly, and they share a few little pics, and that was cool and nice and everything. And so he's clarifying why he decided to stand behind Huda. He says that her behavior is unacceptable, and what we were all speculating was true. Ace decided to stand behind Huda because he wanted Taylor to be with Olandria. So he needed Jalen to be out of the way so that Taylor and Olandria can explore their connection. Olandria and Taylor now catch up because Jalen went home and she wanted to know how he was feeling when Jalen stepped in front of Olandria's door. And he's like, well, the way he was saying is like, oh, and I cannot even take Taylor serious. But I still feel how I feel when it comes to these two. But he's saying the reason why he saved Huda is because he believes that she could have a second chance. But we all know that Jalen was his competition, and so he didn't want Jalen to continue to pursue Olandria, and that's why he saved Huda. It wasn't for anything else. So him saying that he wants Huda to explore and to find her connection is total BS to me. Austin and Amaya are having a chat, and y'all know how I feel about them. They were both annoying as hell to me. And at this point they deserve each other, but they're so excited. Amaya is just happy to have somebody sleeping in the bed with her, because we know for the past couple of days Ace has been in soul ties because he wants nothing to do with her, right? But every time I keep on saying at Austin there's this big zit on his upper lip, and I'm just like, ew, like Austin, I don't want to see your face on my screen. Sorry, y'all. I am just not a huge fan of Austin at all. So our newest couple, Jeremiah and Iris, they're in speakeasy. They're checking in on each other. Iris is letting him know that she's happy that he chose her because he could have easily picked Huda and continued with the toxic cycle. And she's a more mature person. Jeremiah says that he just couldn't deal with any of the toxicity anymore. And so Iris is telling him, y'all are not compatible. And she's telling him that she's interested in him and she wants to explore the connection with him. Now we see Huda outside while Jeremiah and Iris are having the chat. Now I cannot tell this time if she's eavesdropping or if she's just trying to decide should she go in to talk to Jeremiah or should she not. But anyways, she still decides to go in and talk to Jeremiah yet again. So she waltzes in and she's asking Iris if it's okay for her to have a chat. Now, if I were Iris, I would have told her no. How about you do that tomorrow or not, okay? But Iris is way too sweet. She lets Huda come in to have a chat with Jeremiah. She sits down and she's very soft. Her tone is very soft, y'all. This soft. She's like, I'm not here to argue with you. And the tears are coming, and she's like, I just wish you the best. I have had some of the best memories in here with you, and I'm not here to fight anymore. I'm so hurt, and whether or not it's my fault or your fault, we're both at fault for the toxicity in this relationship. And she's starting to blow up because we know Huda is Huda, right? She's just trying her best to not blow up, but she really wants to. And so Jeremiah tells her, look, it wasn't even about that. It's just the name calling and all of the things that you've been saying, the shouting, the cussing, like it's just too much. Now Taylor peeped her about to explode, right? And so he walks in the room, he stands at the door and she's like, hold on, Taylor, let me just do this. I'm not about to shout. Girl, you literally were about to. And if it wasn't for Taylor who stepped in, she probably would have been yelling and screaming again. Ultimately, she tells him that she wishes him the best. She really did care about him a lot. And he said that he did appreciate her too. And he just agrees that the chapter is closed, right? He tells her that he wishes her the best as well and hope that someone comes in to give her exactly what she needs. Now, y'all, was it me? Because when Huda and Jeremiah shared the hug, she pulled herself back and she looked at him like she was about to kiss him. But Jeremiah swerved and he went back and he hugged her. Was it me who saw that, or did y'all see that too? Jeremiah says in his confessional that moving forward, he has already gotten the closure that he needs and he's respectfully going to decline any chats with Huda. At this point, everybody's fed up and tired with Huda and Jeremiah. Now, when Huda went back to the girls' dressing room, Amaya was like, look, girl, it was real disrespectful that you pulled Jeremiah for a chat while he was in the middle of having a conversation with Iris. And she's like, well, I just wanted to get some closure. And she's like, I'm just letting you know that that was disrespectful. It's now bedtime and y'all, oh my God, was Peppy eating it on the side with Anna? Because he was moving that waistline, okay? I saw it. So it's the next day and Shelly and Olandria are having a hot gossip session. They're catching up with each other on their couples and they're low-key roasting the boys. Shelly says that Ace kissed her outside of the challenge for the first time and she's in her feelings about it in a good way. Now, she did say that Ace didn't cuddle her as much as she wanted to. She's like, you need to be all in my skin. And I'm like, ooh, all in your skin, girl. Olandria is saying that she wants to kiss more with Taylor. Are we going to see some more physical connection with these two? We're going to have to wait and see. We then get to see a chat between Sierra and Huda, and Sierra is pretty much calling her out. And she said to her, girl, last night I was really conflicted. I almost stood behind Jalen because your behavior has been all over the place and it has me wondering, like, should I stand with her or should I not? But the reason why I stood with you is because I feel like you need to grow a little bit. You need to give yourself a chance. She tells her, like, girl, you need to be better for yourself. And not only for herself, her daughter, because Huda comes as a package. She needs to be better for her daughter. Is that the example that you want your daughter to see? Iris is checking in with Jeremiah and he says that he feels at peace. He is just happy and he's feeling more of himself. He's feeling more like himself. Iris is telling him that he does look happy, and I can really see something between these two. Now Huda and Sierra are sitting just across Jeremiah and Iris, and Huda is saying she doesn't want to see him, connecting with another girl. But baby girl, that's what you're here for, right? You're going to have to suck in your emotions and everything else that you're feeling and get it together, right? So Sierra is telling her that she hates seeing her get out of control and losing control of her emotions. She doesn't want her to have to beg for someone to treat her right, to respect her, because the second she starts begging for those things, she's losing respect for herself. Sierra then tells her, like, look girl, I do see something good happening for you, but you also need to want that for yourself. Now, I love how Sierra just checked her and was like, girl, you need to get it together. Austin checks in with Shelly. He's asking her if she missed him because she's now in a couple with Ace. And she says, yeah, a little bit, but Austin did say he slept well. That man did not miss Shelly. He lying. Anyway, he tells her that he's happy that she's exploring her connection with Ace, and he's finally out of the love triangle. We get yet another cute little chat between Sierra and Nick, and he's talking about having crab toes. I don't know what that is. But apparently he inherited it from his mom because she used to pinch him with her toes. I'm not even sure what that's about, and I'm not even going to try to find out just a little bit what that's about. Then we get to see a chat between Peppy and Hannah. He's saying, there's a million things you may not like about me, a million things that I may like about you, but I'm a work with it type of man, right? Oh my god, that was such a tongue twister for me. He's saying that no matter what, he's going to work through it. And she's like, 1 million is crazy. Now she starts talking about living with someone and how that could be such a deal breaker, because then you see so many little things that you may not agree on. And I totally agree with her, because it's one thing when you're dating and you're going back to your home, the person is going back to their home. But it's another thing when you all are seeing each other 24/7. There's going to be a little bit of annoying happening. And honey, if you're listening to this, you already know. But it's true. There are things that will annoy you about the person, and you will start to see all of their habits. So I think that is very important when it comes to taking the relationship to the next level. I don't know about y'all and what it's like, but for me here, our culture is you move in once you get married. Now, this is what I was brought up into. Some people are different, but that's just how it is in my culture. Ace gets a text and it reads, Islanders, who's ready to turn up the heat in tonight's Villa game? And this is exactly what the Islanders needed. A fun night. Hannah then gets a text which reads, girls, I've left you some hot girl summer swimwear in the dressing room. Come to find out, y'all, it was a hint. Hot girl summer. Who do we know is always giving hot girl summer? Meg Thee Stallion. Yes, y'all, Megan Thee Stallion. Because Sierra got the last text which said, I'll see y'all soon. Love, Meg Thee Stallion. And everybody was jumping up. Everybody was just so happy and excited. Like, what? Meg is going to be in the villa? What is happening? Now the girls are upstairs getting ready, right? And Megan Thee Stallion just starts waltzing in her fine behind into the villa. She goes upstairs and all of the girls are happy. They're meeting her for the first time. Who wouldn't be happy to see Meg Thee Stallion? Now Meg is in the dressing room with the girls. She's having a cute little kiki moment with them. And that was the crossover that we needed, right? Because I was like, yes, girl, Meg, tell them. She's like, Olandria, girl, what's the routine for that booty? And Olandria was like, oh, it's genetics. And she's like, Shelly, girl, check Ace every time, period. And she's like, she tells her, Maya, please stop calling that man babe. Because I'm like, friend, it ain't looking good for you. She was having a cute little moment with the girls and I was here for it. Now Meg goes downstairs with all of the girlies and I'm going to have to say that the best looking girl, in my opinion, was Sierra. I loved to see that swimsuit on Sierra. She looked so amazing. And not saying that the other girls don't, they do, but I just really loved to see the one that Sierra had. So Meg heads over to other guys and she's like, "Are you all ready to play a game?" And everybody's shouting, they're happy, they're excited. She tells them that they're going to have a free round challenge, boys versus girls. In round one, it's going to be a head-to-head twerk-off. In round two, there's going to be 3 boys going up against 3 girls to perform their best limbo. And in round 3, all the girls and all of the guys get to build a life-size puzzle. And when the puzzle is put together, it makes the body of a male or a female bombshell. So it's round 1. And the first the first people up was Huda versus Ace, and baby, she was talking it off, right? She was giving a whole lot. Now, this is the Huda that we want to see, not the messy, loud, and aggressive Huda. She was twerking, she was spreading it, she was doing a whole lot. And Ace was doing a lot too. I loved what Ace was giving, but Huda ate, right? And she won the round. Next up was Amaya versus Austin. Now, I expected Amaya to give some more waistline, but she was okay. She was a little bit stiff, but so was Austin. Austin was definitely giving struggle wine, struggle waist, struggle everything, but it was so funny, the faces that he was making. Everybody was laughing and enjoying it, so Austin ended up winning that round. Now up next was Olandria versus Nick. Now baby, what was Nick doing? Nick Nick had me cracking up, y'all. He was crawling. And when he turned behind and shook that little booty, oh my god, I was screaming. Like, Nick had no shame. He didn't care at all. Now Olandria won that round, and baby, next up was Shelly versus Taylor. Now Shelly was all over Meg, right? She was talking, she was giving us a whole showdown. Here comes Taylor, and he was so funny. It was giving struggle waistline as well. But it was also giving dance routine. It was so funny, the faces that he was making, and he actually won the round, which means that overall the guys won the twerk-off. So the second round was the limbo showdown, and y'all, the girls were struggling. At first, they had it together. Hannah was in. Hannah was giving us everything, and so was Sierra, but Iris ended up hitting the stick. Y'all, Sierra gave us all of the effort, but then she ended up hitting the stick as well. So the boys crushed it, and they won the second round. It's the last round, which is build a bombshell. The guys have a 10-second head start. That was looking real chaotic. Now the guys were close, very, very close, but the girls ended up winning, and they won the puzzle, which means that they unlocked a new bombshell. So we finally get to meet the new bombshell. His name is TJ. He's 23 years old. He says he's bringing the whole package. And the guys need to hold their girls. All right, so TJ, he's tall, fine, and confident, and he's here for attention, and he's giving main character energy. Now, I would have wanted Love Island to give us a little bit hotter of a bombshell for the man, but that's what we're going to get, so we're going to go with it. Now, when Meg asked the guys how they're feeling because they didn't get their bombshell, Ace said he feels sick, and I'm like, Ace, what? Like, please don't piss me the hell off, Ace. But anyways, Meg the Stallion says, well, I can't leave y'all without giving y'all something. And so she calls out the bombshell. Her name is Angelina. Now we know that Jeremiah wanted him a foreign girl. So it's about to give Jeremiah's girl. She's from Spain. She's 24 years. But she's the Dominican. I think she's probably, I don't know. But anyways, she says that she rates herself 10 out of 10 because she has beauty and brains. Now, she's into Jeremiah, Nick, and Ace. And she said that she's about to steal somebody's man, all right? She's coming in to steal somebody's man, but she looked very beautiful. And the body was giving body, yoddy, 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 yoddy. She looks so beautiful. Now, Meg the Stallion makes her exit, and she tells them to have the best summer and be kind. That was for you. Now, this is where the episode ends after Meg leaves, and we know that again the next episode is about to be just as chaotic because Huda's trying to lock eyes on the new bombshell guy, but I don't think that this is his type because we see him locking lips with Iris and Andraina, or whatever her name is. Y'all know me with names already, right? She's with Nicholas and she's doing what she's supposed to do, right? So, y'all, tomorrow, someone's man is leaving the group chat. Now, I need to hear from you all. Tell me all of your thoughts. Huda and Jeremiah are finally broken up. How are you feeling about that? Do you think it's really final between them, or do you think that they'll somehow find their way back to each other? What are you feeling about the new bombshells? How do you feel about Meg coming to the villa? I want to know what you're feeling, what you're thinking. Share all of your thoughts with me. And as usual, y'all go ahead and like this video, share it with a friend, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.